You are not in love. You are an investor, and you are currently going bankrupt. Look at your life. Look at the years you've wasted, the tears you've bled, the compromises you've made for someone who hasn't changed in a decade. You tell yourself, if I just stay a little longer, it will pay off. That is the lie that keeps you in a cage. You aren't staying because you love them. You're staying because you've already paid the price of admission, and you're terrified that leaving means admitting it was all for nothing. Welcome to the Sunken Cost Fallacy, the silent killer of human potential. We are biologically hardwired to hate waste. In the wild, wasting energy meant death. But in the modern world, this instinct is being weaponized against your sanity. When you invest time, effort, and emotional capital into a toxic partner, your brain refuses to cut the cord. It creates a delusion. I've put so much in, I can't let it go now. But here is the brutal truth. The time you have already spent is gone. It is dead currency. You cannot get it back. By staying, you aren't recovering your investment. You are throwing good time after bad. You are essentially setting your future on fire to keep the ghost of your past warm. Why do we do this? It's the ego. To leave is to admit you were wrong. To leave is to look in the mirror and say, I gambled on the wrong person. That hurts. It's easier to live in a miserable relationship than to face the sharp, cold reality of a wasted chapter. You aren't holding on to a person. You're holding on to a version of yourself that you wanted to be. You're holding on to the potential you saw, not the reality you're living. The narcissist or the toxic partner loves this. They know you are an accountant of your own suffering. They know that the more you suffer, the more you feel invested. They bank on your inability to walk away. They turn your own psychology into a prison gate, and they hold the key. But the door is unlocked. You just won't push it open because you're still counting the debt. It stops today. First, the audit. Grab a pen. Write down the last 6 months of your relationship. Don't look at the memories. Look at the ROI. What did you get back? Peace, growth, joy? Or did you get anxiety, drained energy, and silence? If the audit is negative, you are not losing a relationship. You are cutting a loss. Second, reframing the waste. Stop calling it wasted time. Call it tuition. You paid for a lesson. You learned exactly what you don't want, what you won't tolerate, and where your boundaries actually lie. You are now a more sophisticated version of yourself. You aren't empty-handed. You are armed with data. Third, the 24-hour no-contact reset. The brain is an addict. It craves the hit of the cycle. Go silent, completely silent. When the withdrawal hits, and it will, do not view it as a loss. View it as your brain detoxing from a chemical imbalance. You have a life waiting for you that you haven't even touched yet. But you can't reach it if your hands are still full of the trash you refuse to let go of. Drop the bag, walk away. The cost is already sunk. The future is the only thing you have left to save. If something in this video made you stop and think, you already know what to do. Subscribe, so the next time Mochi has something to say, you are already there. And if this one hit, leave a like. It tells Mochi he is not talking to an empty room. As always,